We'll see if that ends up happening here, but
I think that's more just to get out of Limp's hand. Or wait, no, they've already picked a War Beast. They just want bubbles. Okay, never mind.
yeah.
But just something you were saying that the last game was like an all-in push lineup. It was more of like a timing push lineup. Like you take the early towers and then you take that into the late game because they did have Panda and War Beast for late game physical damage. But regardlessly, we're in this game now, and I'm really liking Stay Green's lineup. They have Warcry for the Ophelia creeps and for the middle lane and the short lane, so that's going to help them win lanes.
Yeah.
And then they have the Ophelia MOA combo, so it's going to be really hard to gank people. You need to bring at least 3 to kill 1 hero in most circumstances now.
Yeah. They're going to go Keeper themselves. I mean, Keeper Tempest, it's hard to argue against that, but I think looking at these lineups so far, I mean, they both are strong lineups, honestly. They both definitely are some strong lineups over here on either side. But like what you're seeing right there, I think not only is it just that common, but it really is Stay Green-esque. I mean, they were really the first team of last season that was starting to run this combination specifically so well, and definitely helped lead their way to the winning streak that they had. So they know what they're doing when it comes to the combo of heroes, is basically where I'm getting at. So it's going to be interesting to see how Team USA is able to go up against that here. But again, they do got Keeper, Tempest, and Bubbles themselves. 3 strong heroes coming out. So the banning phase is going to be picking up. You see Aluna is going to be their first ban. Are there any type of heroes you think either team is looking to ban here?
I think Swindle's going to ban 2 more supports, maybe. Because the biggest weakness of Tempest Keeper is not having the damage. So if Swindlemelons bans high damage support heroes, they're really weakening the lineup that will be coming out from Team USA. It's not for sure, but it's a possibility. Maybe Hag would be a ban. Basically, his goal is to ban high burst damage heroes that for large AoE. And yeah, see, Hag was the ban. Maybe Torturer next, I could see.
You see Pebbles was the ban coming out from Team USA, so gonna see what they're gonna do here next. And then moving on to that final ban for Stay Green. Again, Lion Esports Club, they're sitting back patiently. I think they might even be scrimming right now, even.
Yeah,
they're waiting in the grand final, so they're obviously in the grand finals. They beat both these teams to get to that point. Speaking of that,
no, they didn't.
What's that?
Team USA was on the other side of the bracket. I thought.
No, they beat Stay Green in the winter semifinals, and they beat USA in the winter finals.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
They beat the USA in the winter finals.
Oh, for some reason I thought Stay Green, even though we just played them in the loser bracket, but yeah.
Yep, that's why Team USA is here. They got knocked out for them. There's a Torturer ban by Team USA, actually, so.
I guess it makes sense, because if they give Tor to the Legion team doesn't have to take team fights, because they just push so fast with Impale and Warcry and Ophelia creeps. They could just go to base. And this way it forces them to play defense, I think, in terms of team fighting, which is what they want from Team USA.
Yeah. God, this is looking old school Stay Green, and
oh wow,
it's looking scary.
That's really scary. Look at that, they got the trifecta.
Yeah.
They got Ophelia, Rally, MOA, and even Warbeast works with anything, but it's more added bonus to those 3 heroes, and those 3 heroes are really strong together.
Yeah, I think, and you see the final ban on Predator 2 coming out by Team USA. They didn't want to let them have that. Demented Shaman ends up being the final pick for Stay Green, so.
That's scary. That's a scary lineup. They can't let that lineup take off. They have to do something about it in the early game, for sure.
There's a lot of, I mean, the team fight is ridiculous over there. As far as recovery, as far as staying in fights for long, I mean, that is going to be a difficult team to deal with when it comes down. I mean, so that's the problem, though, with this Hellborn team, I think. They don't have burst damage over here at all. And if anything, how do they kill them?
Bubbles is really good. Bubbles is one of the best early game heroes against heal push, because you have the 3-second silence, plus he does a lot of damage.
Yeah.
They just need to find the perfect hero to lane with Glacius now. It's going to have to be, it could be Pyro, that could work. That's high damage. It could be Forsaken Archer, maybe. They could just pick a carry and be like, we'll just take this late game, but I think at that point they'll just be pushed into the base.
Yeah. So maybe like a Dark Lady here or something, but Sandwraith even, he got the staff of the Master Change, man. Staff on Sandwraith now.
I still haven't been able to test out the staff. I always just win the game before I want to buy it. So.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Okay, they're going to go Soul Stealer routes. This is looking like we have a lot of AoE synergy here.
I like that pick, because it makes them not have to go aggressive, and if they do well in lanes, then they can defend pushes just because how much counter push they will have.
Yeah.
So as long as Soul Stealer can get his core items up, I think that's actually a pretty good pickup by them. They'll give them all the damage they need. They'll give them the scaling with Tempest Keeper into the late game. They're not going to outright win the late game, but they can win the late game with that pick. So that was probably near perfect of a hero choice.
Well, Tralf is also, it's one of his most played heroes in HoN Tour so far, as I think it's not a popular pickup amongst teams, but for this team it definitely is. I think it's like it's either his second or third most played hero, but
he's going
yeah.
Dota. I don't even know if that's worth it in HoN. I don't think it is.
So what do you mean by that? So he gets a Soul Scream Ring, Minor Totem, and extra regen?
I think it's better to not upgrade that Soul Scream Ring because you're only getting one more agility and just like another stat item. Like, look, so say if that was like a Pretender's Crown and what is it called? A Duck Boot.
Yeah.
You'd still have one more item slot, and you could also put the Blight Stones on the Courier and make that one item. So you could have like 2 more Minor Totems or something. And
oh, look at this! This is interesting.
Oh, now that
interesting.
This is really good, actually. This could be a difference maker. Actually,
for those obviously to explain what's going on, they're getting the animated trees low, and then they're building up souls on Soul Stealer this way. And we talk about it all the time with Soul Stealer. What is his #1 weakness? Is the laning phase, mainly because he no escape, but also he's a very weak hitter until he gets those souls added up.
Look at Hellborn Jungle though. That's
oh, wow,
I don't know
yeah.
what Risers. Okay, you guys 2 counter wards, and if you got a flying courier.
1 camp open, jeez.
That was really tricky. That was a really cool trick. I still just don't like. I think Tralfit could have spent his items.
Yeah.
Could have done a little bit more with his gold, but it probably won't matter in the end if he's in a favorable lane. Because he has the regen he needs. Oh, that's so unfortunate by Riser. You just expect that camp to be blocked.
Oh no, yeah. The 1 rev board, yep. It's happened, yeah, exactly. As you say, you expect it to be blocked, so if anything, he just wants to get that out of the way first. Not going to happen, though. So he has 1 more rev board. We'll see if he's able to guess. Again, a great jungler, so I'm sure he'll at least he'll be able to counter one of these, but this is going to be a slow start for Riser. Skeleton King, not a bad spawn.
No, that's one of the worst spawns.
Is it?
Really, he might get lazy and not stack it, and if he does that, oh no, that was killed inside the spawn.
Also, for the stacking purpose, it's difficult. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, he's gonna try, but
I think this one missed too.
yeah, it's gonna block. So.
He missed 2. Oh no, that's.
Oh, did this one miss as well? Yep, it did. It's just out of range. 800, and it's like 830. Oh, jeez. Riser's hating life right now.
Bubbles Glacius mid, by the way.
Yeah, that's. Let's talk about that. Bubbles Glacius mid against Rally Master of Arms. I guess they just wanted the double range here.
They want to put Soul Stealer mid. And it's basically just
okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
securing Soul Stealer's farm.
Yeah, I for some reason thought they had Rally, but no, that's on a Legion team, so derp. But yeah, securing Soul Stealer's farm. So yeah, Bubbles Glacius, not a lane you would expect to see, but well, why not send Glacius top then? So just babysit Soul Stealer. Guess he doesn't need it.
I'm trying to think. Maybe they think that he'll just be annoying with the pulls anyways, and it's not really accomplishing much, and they think Soul Stealer can free farm without him being there.
Yeah.
But unfortunate by Riser, he did counter ward the camp, but it was one of the counter wards he counter warded, so that camp was going to spawn in about a minute and a half anyways.
Yeah.
But I think he will be fine. He will get his farm regardless, just not what you normally expect out of a Tempest.
Yeah, it's going to be a slower start. That is for sure in the end, so we'll keep an eye and see how that definitely affects him. I apologize, guys. I was late on switching the in-game interface, so hopefully it wasn't too much of a deal. But yeah, so Riser gonna have a difficult time again. We'll see how he recovers. Top lane, how's Soul Stealer doing up here? I assume he's doing pretty good, especially getting. I think he got 3 souls early on before going into the laning phase here. Oh, misses that attack right there, but gonna apply some good pressure. Seems like he's pushing it up.
The early levels are a little bit contested, but when he's about to probably not miss a single CS from probably this point on, or relatively soon, because thing is, if Warbeast goes up to hit him, well, then he gets double-handed, and then it's just... Or it goes up to deny the creep, so at this stage, he's probably going to free-fall him.
Yeah. So, he's, his GPM, expect that to start rising. Bottom lane, I assume it's going pretty well for Chessie as well. 19-3, 15-0 Keeper. So Keeper is managing his own creep farm in levels, but Demented Shaman most certainly having a great time here at this bottom side. You'd probably expect that, so... Yeah.
In the jungle, Minots has some relatively good farming spawns. No Vulture Lords, but he is getting Vagabond Leaders and easy creeps to clear, so...
Yeah.
It's not the best jungle, but it's good.
Yeah.
It could be better, but it's definitely still a good farm.
Yeah, 255 gold per minute here for Ophelia. See, he's taking some creeps right there. It's taking a little bit of damage, but he's got one more tree on him, so... We'll be able to regen with that. Speaking of regen, Zai's down to one tree himself here at the bottom lane, playing that Keeper the Force. He, of course, is coming off yesterday's Keeper performance. That was pretty awesome. He eventually got a Demonic, a Shrunken Head, a Brutalizer against Lion Esports Club. That was our Game 1 victory against them. That was actually really fun to watch. Lost the series in the end, of course, but did his part.
Surprisingly, Hellborn's winning middle. They have more creep kills on B-Kid than Swindle does. And that's versus a Hatchet Warcry, so it's unexpected.
Yeah, Bubble's having a pretty good time. It is that double range, but yeah, the Hatchet, the Warcry, as you said on Rally, he's pretty buffed up when it comes to his farm. Again, he no longer has that extra damage on his passive, which I don't even know. Yeah, he is still going the passive, but only the 1 point so far. So he's only level 3.
I think it's better to max your Roar. You just do more damage in team fights, and your ulti's never really confirmed, so... Right. Unless he's landing ultimate, he's just like a one-spell hero, and maybe Kyle just maybe he just likes his build more, maybe he still hasn't played post-rally enough to realize this himself, or maybe he just thinks it's better, but I'm sure he'll be fine.
Yeah. And not the absolute biggest deal in the end. We do see pressure looking to be applied by Bubbles and Glacius right here as they push up. You see Shell Surf connects on Master of Arms, but really just trying to harass him. Master of Arms currently doesn't have any items even on him, so... let alone regen, so he's definitely worn out there. Applying some good pressure at the bottom side. He's got the Steam Boots already finished on top of the Ring of Teacher. You expect Demented to build into that support style once again. I'm still waiting to see a carry Demented Shaman, man. I'm still waiting to see a Shield Breaker.
I would expect something along the lines of Sackstone, maybe a tablet, maybe a nose, and then his first big item would be a Scepter, most likely.
Yeah, the Staff of the Master, yeah. Pretty good on Demented Shaman. Swindlemelon's has definitely shown that he's a fan of that. Obviously, Chessie playing it this time around. Swindle's on the Rally.
It's Rune on Riser, maybe. They're gonna bottle it, then give it Tempest, and it's gonna be a double kill in the middle lane if they didn't see this. If I stay green.
Oh, yeah. There's no one there currently, so... But as you said, there's no vision, so this could be dangerous here for Rally. If anything, they probably figured they had her. There we go. The ultimate coming out. Skeleton Kings are coming in. Can they get their time then? No, they finally stop it, but it's just way too late. And down falls Rally. Good turnaround, though, on a Bubbles right there. So it ends up being a 1-for-1 exchange at least. And I guess that's kind of the best case scenario for SG right there.
I mean, they won that. They used a big cooldown for a 1-for-1 trade. You're okay with that, really. B-Kid kind of messed up a bit. He was taking tower in the top lane. Looks like Soulstealer be in trouble here? Is this... No, it's a Rally.
Rally's coming in. One more auto attack. Oh, nice line of sight right there from Limp. He uses the health potion. He's going to be fine. Trouf is in a little bit of trouble. Now there's...
Trouf's gone.
Yeah, where does he go?
He's coming.
Yeah, he knows that he's coming. He's like, I don't have much of a choice, though. He's going to run right into the death trap. They collapse on him. He goes for some damage on Warbeast, but not nearly enough in the end. So Trouf got a little too cocky there, pushing beyond the tower. And just good play also by Limp, using that line of sight to his advantage. Avoiding death.
It's kind of crazy to think that probably would have been a kill for him if they didn't kill middle, because Sudelman's probably would have been middle without a teleport instead of at base just buying one. So just kind of something you don't normally think about.
Yeah. Yeah. So Trouf again dying right there. His start obviously hindered because of that. Now it was looking very good up until that point. It's still looking solid, 320 gold per minute, but
it is Soulstealer after all.
It is Soulstealer, yeah.
Do you remember the comeback games we've seen from this hero?
Oh, yeah.
He has good enough farm that he can still go big off of this.
Yeah, his potential to farm is just absolutely ridiculous. And that's after that Demon Hand buff, or Demon Hand nerf, I should say.
Looks like bottom lane will be a free tower for Stay Green.
It's gonna be close, maybe denied. Glacius go for the knight. Nope, not gonna. He puts in the freeze, but no attempt really. So yeah, easy tower push coming out by Stay Green. Bottom lane. Demented Shaman already 440 gold per minute now. And he's still going. Why slow down, right? He's gonna still
Limp
push.
might be in trouble here. Now he uses the ultimate and he gets out.
Yeah, no elemental void from Tempest, of course. So not able to pick up the kill. Gnome's Wisdom is the item choice by Demented Shaman. What are your thoughts on that?
I said it could come out. It's a HP buffer, which is nice. Ophelia will have the Astrolabe. If they can sustain through the team fights, they'll win them.
Yeah.
Because Hellborn team have literally they have one stun and one immobilize for after their ultimates fade. So once those ultimates are down, Legion team has a huge advantage in team fights. So just staying alive in team fights is really all they need.
All right. He's gonna still stay at the bottom lane currently. Again, he's just picking up free farm. Really, they're not doing much about it. Ooh, Hellborn Courier. What was it doing over there? Just scouting things out, I guess, but gets caught behind the tower. Yeah, I don't know what the deal was. Ports are coming in though, and actually, will this be troublesome? Tempest goes back in for a stun. That proved to be a wrong move. He easily gets killed right there. I mean, maybe if anything, just making sure to save Soul Stealer, but he goes down. Deny on the tower as well. And it is just like last game to an extent. I mean, it's much better this time around. But Stay Green picking up some big kills here, and dropping Tempest once again. So Riser, or first time I should say.
I think Team USA just had to bring more heroes up to that push. If they had 3 or 4, that would have never happened.
Yeah.
And it looks like Team Stay Green's grouping up in the middle lane. I think Hellborn do have the resources to fight. Actually, no, Soulster is in the jungle.
Yeah, he
so
has
this
no
will be a
mana.
free tower.
No mana, no life on Soul Stealer. Yeah, you're probably not pushing this back. Although they do have an element of void, so they got that threat at least at this point, as well as a kill field. And it looks like it is going to be enough to scare off Stay Green for now. So.
Warby's pushing top. So they got a lot of base tower damage. I think that was also the glyph, right? So
yeah.
These towers will just drop the next time that Stay Green kind of force Team USA around the map. Keeper might be in a little bit of trouble bottom. I don't know if there's dust
down a Legion tower.
Hero. No dust, so actually he'll be fine.
He's just scouting things out, seeing what's going on, but in the end, going to fall back. Rowley's going to port back to the top lane, it looks like. He has a haste rune still, so he pours to the top lane. They're going to try to set up a kill here. On to Soul Stealer. Warbeast has his Metamorphosis ready to go. Soul Stealer's in trouble. Here comes a Compel. No, he misses a Compel to sidestep from Tralfa Midori. He pops the Energizer. He quickly sidesteps, and it just caught Swinnamelons off guard. So, good response by Tralfa right there.
I don't know if he caught this, but Zai did get the bottom tower like a minute or two ago, and that is pretty. Oh, the middle lane.
Oh yeah, Rowley double compel right here. On to 2 skulls, kick locked out of Glacius. He's definitely gonna fall. You see Bubbles makes it away, so it only ends up being the support in the end, at least. But good gank coming out. But yeah, that's a good point actually. Zai getting the bottom tower kill, definitely didn't catch that. That's a good deal. For,
middle lane.
Again, Bubbles, shell surf, he's gonna be fine. Oh jeez.
But I think that's a tower kill.
Bubbles
Yeah,
is low
that's
now,
a dead tower.
Bubbles going back. Soul Stealer's pushing the top
The
lane.
Legion takes down a Hellborn tower.
Easy tower kill coming out right there from the Legion side.
The game looks pretty even at this point, but the biggest difference is the golden supports. Look at Z-Freak. They killed Ancients, they got a tower kill. Got more tower kills. He already has Steam Boots where you have Peter Pan just on Red Boots, so the lead doesn't look that big, but that's somewhat significant. That means your support has tons of mana to work with in team fights.
Yeah?
And
Z-Freak's usually pretty good at getting those boots upgraded. Definitely lives the good life as a support player, playing for Stake. I think you know all about that. You get jealous sometimes?
Yeah, I wish I was on a winning team. Like, who doesn't want to have the better game? Like, come on.
That's true. You guys are stepping up though. IG's definitely looking locked in lately. So.
Definitely happy with our performance this weekend. Yeah. But anyway, let's get back into this game.
Let's get back into it. Demented Shaman is in a lot of trouble right here. Kelfield's going to be coming out. Tempest here as well with the flank. There's the Ophelia's touch and the Master's Call already used. Everything used, but it's not even going to be close to enough. So they say global presence this. They take out Demented Shaman easily. And they're going to look to push now at the bottom lane, perhaps. That was a great gank. Top lane, nice deny by Trelf coming out at the top lane. It seems like Team USA, they're building up some momentum here.
Yeah, they're definitely making quite a bit of work. This game is definitely not a remake of the last game. They won't do any damage on this bottom tower, but I would expect them to... Actually, is this a smoke game? No, it's not. Never mind. I thought they were trying to be sneaky with the keeper invis,
No.
but...
Nope, just pushing.
And then they farm out the jungle, so just a good move. You know, get a kill, secure the jungle a little bit, get a small golden experience swing in your favor.
Yeah.
And Legion's been doing a really good job of blocking ancients. Minut's blocked it about 6 minutes ago with one ward. D-Freak blocked it about 30 seconds ago with another ward. So it's a difference of about what, 2,000 gold, 2,000 experience, roughly.
Yeah, that either Soul Stealer or just as a team, you know, with bubbles or whatever, could definitely do Keeper the Forest. But that block is no doubt hurting. You see the Rally Illusion even going in there, in case they were trying to pull it. So, but yeah, the Ward of Sight's still there, and I don't even know if they're actually aware. They're gonna clean up the Ancients right here, but there is a rough ward on the courier, and it is heading that way. So I think Peter Pandam definitely knows what's up. Probably gonna get the counter ward out right here at least, so that's good for them. Abyssal Skull is getting close here for Warbeast. I assume that's going to be the Abyssal Skull at least. Every now and then you see the Whispering Helm, but...
Actually, that kind of... Since you have a Warbeast, I don't know if I agree with the Gnomes pickup. You're basically just gaining the life.
Yeah.
Like the... What is it? Whatever that ability is called.
The shield buff or whatever.
Anyways, he went with it. Maybe it's still not bad because, you know, you're buffering your life pool versus this kind of team that's lacking damage from two heroes, but...
Tablet's always nice too, though.
Anyways, I'm kind of fearing for Stay Green. I mean, like, they're not stopping Hellborn. They're not going underneath them. They're letting them get their Blink Dagger on Bubbles. They're letting them farm the Chunking Head on Soul Stealer. And at this mid-game stage of the game, that's where Team USA is really much stronger. Like, Team USA Green is better in the early to mid, like the prior to BKB Portal Key stage of the game.
Yeah.
And they want to win the early game. They want to take that lead and then bring that into the late game. And without snowballing, I don't know if they can take this into the late game.
Yeah. We'll certainly see that. And actually, Warbeast, Warbeast in some trouble right here. Tempest and Bubble's going to collapse. Two great heroes against a Warbeast. There's the kill field, and that's exactly why right there. Master's Call, nice job using the line of sight once again. They have an Elemental Void. Do they have the damage, though, is again the question. Glacius is running over. Here comes a healing touch. The Metamorphosis is still up for another 1 second. It's going to wear off right here. He's in the jungle, and he gets away. Again, that is the global presence, though, coming into play. And, Fulia ports back his minion, actually, in that Minotaur before it actually gets killed right there. So, a lot was used for no kill in the end.
So what was that, about a 400 HP buffer?
Yeah.
I think Beacon had to get the silence off before the ultimate so they could kind of kite him around with They needed to delay as much time as possible for Glacius to get there for the extra damage, but you know they didn't quite execute it where they needed to, so they didn't get the kill. And at middle lane, a little bit of action.
Yep, Keeper's coming in with that root ready to go. Rowley's going to be locked down now. Cannot compel away, and that will set up a kill in the end. Good collapse from Team USA, trying to go for more Warbeast, taking some pressure. But here comes a response now from Stay Green as Ophelia comes in, poured in from Demented Shaman. They're looking to fight back right now, but Team USA has already retreated. So good, nice little pick, and then falling back after the fact by Team USA. Will Stay Green push now is the question.
They have a big opening. No Void, no Keeper Root. They're missing all their lockdown.
Yeah.
They have Kill Field in a little bit, but that's their only CC card control ability, like big one. They'll have in the next team play.
Tempest, he's off to the side. Oh, that's Glacius, excuse me. So he's going to look for that Glacial Downpour opportunity. See if he finds it. Gets the freeze on a Warbeast right there. Warbeast somewhat locked down. Minotaur going to be picked up. Tower still fine. Jump in from Bubbles right there. Big kill field. Hits three heroes. Can they follow it up? That's a question. Soul Stealer has a Soul Burst ready to go. He gets locked up in the Minotaur. He's running up. Demon Hand's going on up. No Soul Burst just yet. They're putting an auto attack to Demented Shaman. Demented Shaman dropping low. Demented Shaman does end up falling right there. Stay Green still continuing to fall back. Ulti form of Warbeast is down. There's the Soul Burst coming out. I don't even think it hit anyone though in the end. And the Legion team will fall back. But Team USA, they do hold once again. Demented Shaman for Glacius exchange. And they defend the tower on top of that. So again, looking good for them. Holding off Stay Green here.
Yeah, they're definitely Team USA is in a pretty good position as it is right now. They have, in the next team fight, they're gonna have Blink Daggers. They're gonna have Shrunken Head. Keeper's gonna have either a Portal Key or probably a Portal Key. They're not gonna be able to take this mid tower, but they're getting all the items they need to take this as the game develops. So they're definitely in a really good spot as it is.
Yeah, and you know, Soul Stealer, I think, again, Team USA clearly states the light, but he is great for creep clearing, man. I mean, this is a team that is pushing those towers pretty heavily with the creep waves, and those Demon Hands, though, easy mana cost, and you get 3 of them. Of course, a lot of damage coming out between the 3 of them. They can drop those creep waves very, very quickly. On top of that, you got Bubbles, you got Glacius to assist, so I think that's definitely a reason that we're seeing here that it's working out for Team USA pretty well. Although here comes a push yet again. They just want to rinse and repeat right here. Elemental Void is up in 10 seconds, though. Keeper Roots up, Kelpfield's up,
They're
so...
giving this up, I think. Look at Soul Stealer's mana. There's no way they're defending this. What's the tower at? It's a low tower. Yeah, you don't want to defend that. But anyways, I think Team USA just crafted a really good lineup around the Tempest Keeper. Usually, mid, they're going, yeah, Soul Stealer needs mana.
Yeah. You see, they're trying to break into the base here. So, yeah, this is where it does get a little dangerous for Stay Green, but again, they got a lot of push working for them. Stormcloud is still ready to go for Demented Shaman. We'll see when he uses it. There's a jump down front bubble. Stormcloud went off, but a very aggressive Shang of the Sea going to be coming out. Soul Stealer running up. Tempest still looking down. There's a Tempest ultimate locking down Rally Dimension. It catches Master Runs. Everyone runs in, joining the party. Nobody dead just yet, though. Big heals coming out from Stakerin, and somehow they're all still alive. Make that one day now in Demented Shaman. Soul Stealer will fall, though. So 1-for-1 exchange. They're all spreading out, not sure who to focus fire. Keeper of the Forest falling back. Song of the Sea coming out. No buybacks, by the way, on either team. Master of Arms will get picked off. Glacius, Peter Pan Debs dropping low. Rally Compel stun on a Tempest, but Tempest is going to survive. But Glacius does go down. Keeper of the Forest barely gets away himself. But now he needs to continue to get away. Oh, he's going to go for Ophelia, actually. One more auto attack. Can he maybe get Ghost Marchers? There's the kill right there on Ophelia. And he's going to be fine. Oh, he dodges Rally. So the seismic slam. He went for the all-in, and now Swinnamel's in a lot of trouble. Shellsurf connects. Rally will fall. And after it's all said and done, Warbeast is the only survivor for Stay Green. And he is falling back. So Team USA once again holds there. That ended up being a 5-man hole as they were just running in. That was hilarious.
That should have been a 5-man wipe, but there's just 2 things to note. And I hate to pick them apart, but Trelf kind of wasted his ultimate in the last team fight, so that was on cooldown as that broke down. And he kind of messed up when he ran in, and he didn't triple hand the Tempest Void. Yeah. They were kind of all over the place, and they just didn't have the damage, and then just they still won, but that should have been a 5-man wipe with no one dying.
Yeah. Did he even? I don't know. I don't think the Soul Burst was up. So
no, it was on cooldown.
It was on
but
cooldown,
he wasted it for creeps in the middle lane in the last when they were chasing.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he didn't hit anyone. Yeah, so he hasn't had the best opportunity. Yeah, that was a perfect opportunity. But yeah, being on cooldown, you said with the Demon Hand still, not the most effective use of that. So they did wait it, like you said, at the end, but maybe it could have been a little better by Team USA right there. But still, they win it. They have the lead. As Shrunken Head is finished on Soul Stealer, of course. He didn't even use it that last fight, so. Already down to 9 seconds now. But,
yeah, he did use it.
Yeah.
But let's see. Keeper's going for a refresher first item. He doesn't feel like he needs a Blink Dagger because his reasoning is probably State Green has to push. They have to group up, and I don't need a blink at that point in the game.
Wait, what is going on here, by the way, with Demented Shaman? Yeah, that kind of just hit me. I saw the helm of the victim. I figured he was going Shaman's headdress. He is still going Shaman's headdress, but I wonder if he forgot.
Yeah,
because that got changed. Yeah.
He would have the barrier idol right now, I think, right?
Yeah, that's 950 gold that he spent on the helm of the victim, so...
It's really unfortunate, because that item is a huge, big deal against the Hellborn lineup. It cuts damage, by, I don't know, 20%.
Yeah, that has to just simply be a mistake right there by Demented Shaman. They get the bottom tower, but look at the middle push coming out here by Team USA. So it ends up being a tower exchange. Top secondary is actually denied by Chessie right there. And the rest of the team going to be falling back. Restoration Stone finished by Zai in the meantime on Keeper of the Forest, so that is big. I think
State Green missed their opening. I don't think they can team fight. I think they have to take this game into the late game.
Yeah.
And get their next set of items up, or just heavily outplay Team USA. I just don't, the stats aren't that amazingly in Team USA's favor. It's just they can't take a team fight as it is right now.
Yeah, I still can't get. I mean, that definitely still that caught me off guard. But obviously, Jesse not really in the role to usually play a Shaman's Headdress pickup hero. But in this case, it kind of made sense. But so spending a 950 gold on a helm of the victim, and for pretty much nothing in the end. I mean, it does provide stuff, but obviously not what he was looking for. He does finish the barrier idol nonetheless, but yeah, going back to what you're saying, I mean, it really seems like Stay Green might have missed that window here of being able to take over this game and eventually come through with a victory. Definitely still winnable, but it's going to be a lot more of an effort here. Soul Stealer is going to buy a portal key here. Yes, he is. He buys the portal key. It's going to be delivered. So that's on the way now. Shrunken Head on Tempest is also coming out very shortly right here for him.
They do have Philia, and I think if DS gets the Entangle out before the Shrunken Head, that breaks it too, because it's a physical stun, but a magic ability. But it's not the end-all be-all, but yeah, it is pretty bad. Like, the Shrunken Head is a big deal for Tempest.
Yeah. Congo was somewhat being attempted, but Stay Green more so just kind of drawing out Team USA right here. And they're going to fall back before any initiation happens. Again, double root ready to go from Zai. I don't even know if he's showing the Restoration Stone yet, actually, so that could definitely catch them off guard. Well, they probably see it now, if anything. HoN scouts him, and they probably are aware by now, so Team USA, they're looking to fight team fights here, I think it's safe to say. They want to make something happen.
Yeah, they definitely cannot lose. I don't think it's possible for them to lose a team fight if they execute it properly.
Yeah.
DS is in a lot of trouble.
Oh no! Demented Shaman runs into the death trap! Oh man, Chelsea's. Well, where did they come from? All five.
Smoke.
Basically, Invis going in, and sure enough, catches him off guard. You see Warbeast and Master of Arms. Kelphil catches them both. The stun's coming out. Glacia's coming in with the freeze. Master of Arms definitely going to fall. Warbeast should be fine. He has a double damage to him, but he is not looking to fight right here. And this is going to be Kongor. No DS, no Master of Arms. This is a free Kongor kill.
And with this Kongor, they will easily be able to wipe off all the towers from Stay Green. And it's just gonna... I don't want to say the game's over, but it's definitely going to be a big uphill battle for Stay Green.
Oh yeah.
It's going to take quite a big comeback to come back from this.
Stay Green really trying to poke at it here, if anything, distract Team USA, but again, this should definitely be a Kongor kill.
The Hounds, no invis detection.
Oh,
this could be a big play.
That's true. That's true. The Hellhounds are going to try to snipe the token right here. As far as killing it, no, they do not. Solstier spams it. He picks it up. He jumps in for an auto attack, but he falls back. So yeah, Chessie, or not Chessie, but Limp trying to make some big plays. His brother right there. Not going to happen. Riley, though, jumps in. They're trying to get this token alive used right away. Oh, the Shrunken Head goes up, though. He's going to be fine. And now Riley's in some trouble. Warbeast as well. Tempest Ultimate's ready to go, but he's not finding the opportunity. Stay Green finding this with only 3 people currently. They do have more coming. Dust going to be used. Keep the Force being locked down. Stay Green really trying to force this issue. Look at this. Keep the Force falling. There's the Tempest Ultimate, though. Root on top. Where's the damage? Soul Stealer's not here. Bubble says, I'm going to throw up my Song of the Sea. This is kind of sloppy here from Team USA. They're getting really desperate to try to make something happen, but they are now falling back altogether. Stay Green has made it. They may catch Tempest outside. Nope, not going to happen. Actually, Kelphil catches Rally, but I think that might be the end of that, or will it? They're stunning back in right here. Soul Stealer now coming back in, full life, full mana, hit circle. He's going to jump in. The Soul Burst goes off in a pretty damn good spot right there. Hits everyone, basically. Rally will survive, though. Soul Stealer dropping. He needs to fall back. Demon Hands coming out right there. Tempest following, as well as Bubbles. Ophelia is very low. Demented's very low. There's the kill on Ophelia. So it takes forever to kill them, but they finally are starting to do so. Demented Shaman's going to get surrounded, and he, too, will eventually... Nope, Unbreakable goes up. He's going to be fine for now. Master of Arms picked off in the meantime. Chessie trying to live, damn it. It's not going to happen, though. He eventually falls. Double tap for Tralfamador on Soul Stealer. That was an interesting fight, Zender.
Yeah, that was even the kind of fight that Stay Green wanted to take. It was very chaotic, not very, 5-on-5. That's where their lineup kind of shines, where Team USA can't really get all their spells out how they want to, like the Tempest Ultimate into the Soul Stealer, what is it called, the Soul Burst.
Yeah.
So that was actually a pretty good start for Team Stay Green. They really just don't have enough at this point in the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's showing. I mean, he called it as this game was starting to progress. They kind of dropped that window opportunity to make something happen, and Team USA has just built up so much. And, yeah, I know, I hate it. Bubbles, by the way, look what he's been going for. Grimoire going to be built here on Beacon. Beacon's known for developing into the Grimoire on several heroes from time to time, so...
I'm not against it.
Yeah.
It helps them do more damage in team fights, and this way they'll have like 2 sources of damage instead of just the Soul Stealer as the game continues on.
Oh wow, Peter Pan Ebb gets picked off. Raleigh finds an opening right there. He's going to haste away before he gets countered on.
He did have a gem, so I think that that is somewhat important. That's like a 1,000 gold swing right there.
Oh yeah,
Gems
wow.
killed, 1 hero kill, so moves like that does get you back into a game. It will take a little bit more than that, but that's a start.
Ooh,
Top
Warbeast
lane.
has no ulti. Do they have a stun? Yes, they do. Kelphiel comes out, Soul Burst on top, and Warbeast falls. B-Kid actually gets credit for the kill with the Shell Surf right there. Oh, Limp just caught out in the opposition's jungle. And Soulstealer just having fun. They didn't even see him initially. That was just Soulstealer going into the jungle, I believe, to farm. And sure enough, caught him. Bottom lane, we see it collapse onto the double damage Keeper of the Forest, but he actually ghost marches away before he gets caught, so kill advantage continuing to go in favor of Team USA here. And again, Stay Green, I mean, how much more can they persevere here? It seems like the map advantage does continue to kind of be in their favor. They seem to be the ones playing the aggressor, still pushing, but obviously with that token alive and 4,600 gold in Soul Steal, that'll probably change.
They kind of have to be the aggressors, but at this point, I just don't know if they can be. Like, I think they kind of have to just sit back and kind of. You never want to admit this, but I think at this point, they kind of just have to like say, "All right, Team USA, this is your game," But we can't really make the difference. It's going to be on you to lose it per se.
Yeah. I mean, we always talk about that. It's definitely at that point of they need mistakes to happen from Team USA. Really, is what it's going to come down to, and that's most certainly can happen. Every team is vulnerable to those mistakes, but.
I mean, you saw yesterday.
Yeah.
I think Stay Green won like 3 games that you would have said they've lost or were going to
true.
lose.
Yep.
So.
Yep, I agree. Definitely happened yesterday, that's for sure. Soul Stealer, by the way, he buys Post Haste and a Firebrand. As far as his item progression is concerned, he's going to finish off the bottom creep wave here and fall back before. Oh, portal key quickly. That was very. He almost got hit by that compel, but he's able to avoid death right there. You see portal keys away, but yeah, getting there earlier on post haste. There's the brutalizer on keeper. Oh my god, Zai being Zai.
They're cocky.
Yeah, well, no, that's just Zai.
I would say it's cockiness, but maybe it's Zai. I don't think he'll make a difference, but if say they do lose this game, that's one of the things we'd have to come back to.
Yeah, of course. So we see the bottom lane. Match Rush taking a lot of damage. Meanwhile, up here, another fight kind of taking place. Rally and Ophelia getting caught up. Soul Burst was used by Soul Stealer. He is dying, but he has that token, remember. He's basically saying, kill me at this point. Rue comes out. He gets the invis, so they're not going to end up killing him, actually. He turns around. He might end up falling. Double Rue comes out right there. Where's the damage? Soul Stealer wants to die, I think, but they're not killing him. He does kill Master of Arms. They lock down Warbeast. Warbeast falls. Dimension Shaman goes down. There's the boat to concede, and we are going to a game number 3, ladies and gentlemen, of Team USA versus Stay Green. Here in the losers bracket finals. Another kind of chaotic fight, but it's just clearly too much to handle for Stay Green at that point in time. Well played by Team USA there.
Yeah, I think both teams had 2 very powerful lineups, and that was it's just basically Team USA outplayed them. Outplayed Stay Green. They kind of accomplished what they wanted to do. They got the core items up, and Team Stay Green didn't snowball from like their early mid game stage.
Yeah. Yeah, that definitely showed that game. So, again, talk about a difference in games, too. Team USA, they tried to go for that pretty aggressive push strategy the first game. Obviously, it ended up being a 15-minute concede victory for Stay Green. So, game 2, momentum definitely in SG's favor. But SG runs more of a push-oriented early game lineup, and Team USA holds it off, and they take the victory. So, Hellborn, 2-0 in the series so far. How about that?
Wait, so, are you implying game 3 is going to be hard carry versus hard carry?
Yes, it's going to be Mage Bane versus Dark Lady. And it's going to be an 80-minute game.